I do love our intro. I love the music on our intro. I can't lie. I sit there every time it's coming on. I'm like, hey, it's time to vibe. Time to vibe. Um, good good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. It's great to have you here on our live stream again. As you know, we do the two T's, so we do Tuesdays and a Thursday for our live streams over on Arena and on X. We're also now on TikTok and we're also on Facebook Live. So if you guys are joining us on any of these platforms, thank you. And if you're on Arena, obviously questions equals tips. But they must be good questions, and please don't tip farm because we will not be tipping you if you are farming for tips. It's just not needed. This is live right now. We did have a little bit of kickback yesterday because we played a replay of Tuesday's stream. But just so you all know, we always tell you if it is a replay. Our intern will be in the chat answering any questions if it's a replay. Today is not a replay, today is live. So I'm joined obviously with most of the team apart from Toba, who is currently busy with something privately. So I'm just going to wish him well with that. But I'm joined obviously by my fellow co-founder and my fellow co-founder and the CTO of TradeSta, Hassan. Hassan, do you want to say hello? I'll let you do your quick little intro. I know you hate doing this bit, but go on, bro.
Yeah, definitely. You know me, well. Yeah, hi guys. Happy to see you here. Hope everyone's doing all right. Back over to you, Kieran. That's my very short intro.
Very short indeed.
Yeah.
But we like it. Don't worry, man. It's absolutely fine. And finally, I'm also joined by Hussein. You may have seen Hussein on some of these streams in the early days before, but Hussein, my Turkish brother, please say hello to the community and just give a little bit of an intro to yourself. Don't make yours as short as Hassan's though.
Probably
I
shorter
think
works.
I think I am become familiar in TradeSta community, so I don't need to introduce myself. My community knows me. I think so. Uh, yeah, hi guys. Yeah, I am front-end developers and yes, that's all.
Great intros, guys. I'm loving it. Right, they're just getting shorter and shorter every time we do it now, boys.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, right? Don't worry about it. So, guys, as you know, we're still obviously ongoing with our 5K day giveaway. We're still here. We're still alive. People said we wouldn't still be here by this time last year, but we're proving them wrong. So, good morning to everybody that has joined us. Good afternoon to everybody that has joined us. Good evening to everybody that has joined us, wherever you are in the world. I just want to say hello to Do Your Own Research, baby. Yo, and yo back to you as well over on Arena. Good morning to Afro, who's watching us, or good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world, who's listening to us over on X. If you could all do us a massive favor, whether you are watching us on any of the platforms, whether that's Arena, whether that's on X, whether that's on TikTok, whether that's on Facebook, please do give us a share. Please do give us a like. It always helps. And if you are over on Arena, obviously tips, questions equals tips. So the more questions you ask us, the more chance you've got of getting tipped. And sometimes we just tip just because we like you, or because you've interacted with us a little bit more. And that's what we're all about in our community. So I'm just going to kick off with a really easy question. How do you think the market is today, Hassan? We obviously spoke about it on Tuesday. I'm going to hand over to you, mate. How do you think the market is today?
Man, it's amazing, honestly. I don't recall. Let me double check. When did it retest the 105 level? When was that?
I think it was like last night for me. I think.
No, maybe it was. No, I guess it was on maybe Tuesday.
So
maybe
yeah,
Tuesday,
Tuesday,
maybe,
yeah.
maybe Tuesday,
After we
or
had the
maybe
stream.
Monday,
After we had the stream.
or maybe Monday. I don't recall exactly.
No, we had this. We had the stream on Tuesday, and we were talking about it was going to take a dip, and it was dipping, and I was like, "Oh, it's not going to dip. It's going to be fine." And then it re-energized after that. I think.
Yeah, no, honestly, like the market, like the market was due for a correction, and like it stopped its correction at the 105 level. Like otherwise, if it was like to break this level, like 102K, and like even below that, 95K wasn't out of the table, you know. Like I was like, honestly, like when I dipped to that level, I was like full on altcoins, and yeah, like I recall now, I like I'm gonna lose so much, so I went off and like halved all my holdings, and like the next day it pumped.
You like altcoin, not altcoin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the market was mental, right? So like, we were having the conversation on Tuesday, and we were both sort of like, obviously, I've been snipping some of the videos up or having the edit, and I've been sent a few, and we were like, there's going to be a correction, it's going to have a down tip, but it might come back, but we're not sure. Like, we were very unsure, and then all of a sudden, here it is, it's back.
Yeah, definitely. Like all the traders that I follow.
Yeah.
Like I recall like waking up that night in the middle of the night, like checking what's the analysis on several like accounts, and like all of them were like bearish, to be honest.
I think the sentiment around like, well, what was your night would have been like my morning, I think. No, my early hours of the morning.
yeah.
And like, again, like I was awake. Obviously, I'm always awake. I don't really sleep. So I got a beard like this. It's not through choice. And I remember doing the same thing and being like, oh my God. Like you dipped out and I was dipping back in as it was coming back. So I'm really sorry, Hassan. I should have rang you really soon. But as you dipped out, I was dipping back in. I was like, get those toes, you know what I mean? But it's so weird at the minute though, because you can't predict it. Like no matter how much analysis you do, I don't think you can anyway. I might be wrong. I know obviously I follow Matthew Dixon, who actually mentioned us recently, which was nice of him. Not a paid promotion, by the way, either. Like he literally just posted about us. And I do like his analysis. Obviously, he's from the UK as well, but I think he lives like overseas or something. And I like looking at his analysis because he looks at it slightly differently to some of the more like die-hard crypto traders. He looks at it from a more like TradFi perspective, right? And the way that I like the way they analyze his charts. So I was looking at his analysis of Bitcoin, and I was kind of like, but no, he got it right. He got it bang on. If I'm honest, first I was kind of like, no, it's not going to happen. But then he got it bang on. What do you think, Hussein? You've been very quiet today when we're talking about the market. What do you think, man?
Actually, I was imagining that what would happen if I opened the position with the Bitcoin yesterday and with 200x leverage, how much I would get. Hassan, you can calculate better, bro. I know that.
Yeah, no man. Like it's all about calculations. To be honest, you need to be good at math. Like there's lots of calculations, like how much I made profit, how much I lost, what's my average entry. Like honestly, like I'm thinking about like bringing a physical calculator with me. You know, like these for the financial guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also like thinking about bringing one.
What, to the stream?
No, not the stream, but like in general, like when I do, like when I'm trading to calculate like what's my entry, because like I enter and exit the trade several times.
So you mean like this calculator?
Yeah, something like that would do, or maybe the bigger one.
I'm not sure if you're aware, right? But there's a really cool device. It's called a telephone, and they're mobile. They're called mobile telephone. They have calculators, just in case.
Yeah, it's not
just
like.
in case. And you can make it scientific, or you can even go mathematical notations if you really want. But I mean, if you want to bring a physical calculator, I'll leave that to you. You're a bit old school like that, right?
We like vintage one. Vintage always good.
You got to bring that Casio out, man. You got to bring out the Casio, right?
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
Do you remember those watches that you used to get? The Casio watch, and it had the calculator.
Yeah, I remember that.
They go for some mad money at the minute, right? They actually go for some really big money. because I was looking for one just out of nostalgia. Because I remember sitting like our exams, like many moons ago. I'm an old man now. Well, I'm not, but yeah. I remember sitting my exams, and they literally would check your watch to make sure you were wearing like a normal watch and not a calculator watch.
Only rich kids had that one. So when I
Oh,
was kid, yeah, I was
I wasn't a
imagining
rich kid, but
when I get older, I will buy this one.
I mean, I had a look the other day for one, just for like honestly, just for
Yeah, it wasn't
nostalgia.
a good days.
And they're going for some mental money, like Casio. Like, what was it now? Casio watch calculator. I had a look on eBay. Like, where's it going? Like a proper vintage one was going for like 200. I think it was like $280 for a Casio like for an old Casio calculator watch. Could not
Wow.
believe it. But to be fair, they are built so well. They are built so well. Sorry, guys. Right. We're up to like 182 viewers already on Arena. We've only been live for like 10 minutes. And I think we're at 6 on X. Why is X so shit for streaming on? Like in comparison to Arena. Arena's king, mate. I'm telling you, Arena should take over the whole social space. I'm not just saying X we stream on there either. Right. So we have got some news. We have got some changes. Sorry, we were just obviously having a bit of a chat about the current market. And then we digressed into calculators, which then led into watches, which then led me to Google how much the watch currently is. But we have had some changes on the UI, and I'm going to hand over to obviously Hassan and Hussein in a second to explain what it is, and then I'll tell you why it's good from a non-technical perspective. But we have made some changes, so we are now at TradeSta 2.1. There's no changes to the smart contract. There's no changes to anything on the back end or anything like that. It's UI based. And it's basically to make your lives a little bit easier when it comes to navigating around the interface. We took a look at some of the competitors, and we kind of decided they were overly complicated. And we always don't want to be. We want to be the simplest platform in the world. And I think we're coming up with that. We've said it before. My mum can place a trade. If my mum can place a trade, who is the most technologically illiterate person, I love you, mum, but you are. Then we're doing it. We're doing it right. So, Hassan, what has changed? Tell us a little bit about what has changed on the UI, and then I might even throw up a demo. But tell us a little bit about what's changed. What have we made changes on?
Yeah. So one of the first things that we did is, so we noticed that like when trading or when viewing the markets, like you couldn't know that if a market, like if you can place a trade on a specific market or not. So for example, for those markets that have closing times. So for example, gold, silver, FX, and oil, obviously. So these that have closing time, like when you're viewing the markets, you wouldn't know that if a market is open or not until like you go to that market, and let's say you're trying to place a trade. You can see like on the action button that the market is closed. So that's still applicable at the moment. But we've also added like a small like green light or red light that indicate if a market is open or closed. Like obviously the crypto markets are open 24/7. But like let's say if a gold market is closed or silver or whatever, it would indicate that this market is closed before like you even navigate to that market. And like I've noticed that this is useful because like people who are trading these markets usually like know the regular trading hours and like when do these markets close. But like I recall it was a couple of days that there was a US holiday, and like it caught us like off guard. Like we like it slipped out of my mind, and someone on the support was asking like why I can't trade like this, or I can't close my trade. It was gold, I recall. Like basically it was because the market is closed. So yeah, that's the first change that was made.
But with that one, right, that makes sense for us to do that because we are obviously dealing with traditional markets which do have open and closing times. Sorry, I'm just showing my window to apologize. We do have opening and closing times. When you're dealing with FX or you're dealing with like gold, silver, commodities, and RWAs, they do have an open and close. And then as we start to delve into the stocks aspects as well, which is something that we're looking at doing pretty soon, honestly, probably 2.5, maybe even 3.0, then we're going to need that opening and closing time because obviously those markets do have a specific open and close. So by doing this, we're actually preparing not only for now and what we've witnessed on the interface already, but what's going to happen in the future, right? When we start to diversify the product, and it makes complete sense to what we're doing. Sorry, Tan, I just wanted to add a little bit to that as to why.
Yeah,
But,
definitely, I agree with you. It's more like
somebody that obviously is somebody that like trades in traditional markets a little bit more than, let's say, you're a resident meme coin trader. Let's be honest. It makes sense because I'm used to that, and I was used to knowing that the markets close at what times and so on and so forth. But some of the new people to trade in, or some of those guys that have never traded leverage or traded traditional markets before, may not know that's what happens, and there are closing times, and therefore think it's an issue. So by having that open and close, the open and close timings, it makes things so much easier for everybody. I think. Sorry, Hassan. On to the next piece, but I just wanted to add my little 2 pence. Unless Hussain's got something to add, because you're a resident meme coiner, I'll just trade whatever's cool at the time. And obviously, I know, Hussain, you've done a lot of TradFi markets. But, from my point of view, I think it makes sense to do what we've done. But yeah, back to you guys.
Yeah, so the other thing that was introduced or enhanced, so like this version is all about enhancing the user experience. Sorry. So yeah, the other bit that was added was that when you view like now your positions. So if you view your positions or you want to view your position history, so previously you would need like to view, let's say, your positions, your active positions across all markets. You would need to go like to a separate tab to view them. Also for the position history, for example, you would need to switch between also like toggle some buttons so that you'll be able to view your position history across all markets. So what we've done is we further simplified it. Like we've had like now for the positions, we have like all positions, which represent the active positions, and like we have now the position history, which represents all your position history. So when you're on the all positions, you can view your active positions across all markets. And like when you want to see like your position history, it displays your position history across all markets. So like you don't have to go to each individual market separately to view that.
Again, makes it so much simpler to use. One of the things that like I hate about centralized platforms is having to flick through so many different tabs to find out what the freaking hell my history is and to work out my P&L as a total. Whereas I think, being able to view it in one page, regardless of where you are on the screens or what asset you're on, it makes it so much easier, man. Like, and I think I say this all the time, but we follow the whole KISS principle, which is keep it simple, stupid. So like as simple as possible is how the product's built. Over complexity, which people think looks really cool, sometimes actually infringes on the actual product's usability. So by doing this, we're making the products more user friendly. Hussain, you built the front end, obviously, as our resident front end guy. What do you think? Do you think it's more user intuitive? Do you think it's a lot easier to use?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. This is more user friendly. Yeah, you always know that this is the simplest, but then you can think that you need to change some things. Yeah, you want to add some more features. Yeah, I know we can add the more features, but we need to keep the simplicity on the platform. So that's why some features can be complexity for the platform. So we need to think about which one is the more important, feature or simplicity. So then, yeah, we decided to simplify the project is better option.
Yeah, I mean, we want adaptability, right? We want to conquer the world of DeFi perps, and I think if you have an overly complex system, that's really hard for people to understand not only how it works but how to use it. Then you're already dying at the first hurdle, right? You're already the dead dog at the hurdle. So myself and Asana had a call earlier today with and Toba, sorry, earlier today with a potential partner. I'm not going to name them because it's not fair, but we were explaining our product, and they were working with one of the other big perps dexers already, and we were explaining the product, and they were they were like shocked, not in a bad way, but they were shocked of how simple you can make this without needing to overcomplicate things with overly complex liquidity pools and pulling from here, pulling from there, swapping onto this, swapping onto that, bridging to here. We've made it so simple. It's as simple as connect wallet, place trade, close trade, make money, lose money. Simple, right? Yeah, you're going to lose money, but like that's the risk that you take when you're placing a leverage trade. But you can also win a ton of money as well, right? On the platform, but only on the platform. But by placing trades, because TradeSta gives away 5K a day at the minute, and we're going to continue to do that for some time. So, you know, it's I just love how simple we are. You know, do you guys agree?
I think second important thing for the platforms is stability. Stability is, yeah,
100%.
always the other important thing for the platforms.
100%. Having that stable platform, and I touch wood. I'm going to touch wood now because I'm going to jinx us. But touching wood, we haven't had an unstable moment on the product since launch on the 5th of May. When we launched version 1 on the 5th of May, right through to where we are now, everything's been relatively stable and scalable. Right, we have auto scaling in place, all that other stuff in the back end, but it's also a scalable product. And being built on Avalanche allows us to go to that next level. And the next level for us is probably an app chain where it's a gasless chain, where we'll build our own sort of ecosystem to make it completely gasless. And that's our next step on Avalanche. And then also as well, like we want to bring in other networks. We want to bring in the likes of, you know, Base and BNB and maybe even Arbitrum and some of the others. Like I even looked at like Ape. We've even looked at stuff like Bearer Chain, Ape Chain, you know, some of the more like neo chains as we like to call them, because everybody should have a shot at like creating leverage on their network and creating that volume. And if we look at our volumes today, they've done nothing but grow. When we first launched on our first day, I remember on the 5th of May, like, how much volume have we done, guys? And we were like, oh, and we were really shocked that we'd done so little. But to where we are now, we've seen day on day growth. A lot of companies talk about week on week or month on month. We see it daily. Like our volumes increase on a daily basis, which is phenomenal for us. It's phenomenal for the Avalanche ecosystem. And it's also phenomenal for those that are trading on TradeSta because it means they're then able to do the next steps quicker because we're making revenue, but we're also able to see that the product works and people want to use this product. You know, I can see a lot of the users actually in the chat now. But guys, if you do have any questions for us, bang them in the chat, please. If you're on Arena, if they're a good question and we read them out, we will tip you for your question to say thank you for asking us a question. Because there's nothing worse than just having 3 grown men, all with beards, sat staring at you, talking about their own product. So please do ask us questions if you want to know about the product, you want to know about the crypto space, you want to know about me, Hussein. You know, we're an open book. We're a really open community. So please do ask us questions. Questions equals tips. If you beg for tips, you will be blocked, though. I hate that. Hate it so much. But yeah, ask us questions. Do your own research, baby. Come on, ask us a question. You're part of the community. Ask us a question, man. I know you know everything, but you know, help me out, bro.
Let me go grab a glass of water while.
Yeah, you go grab a glass of water whilst I continue. So what I'm going to do now, though, boys and girls and men and women and everybody else that's listening to us right now, Zengil, thank you very much for your question. She's just asked us when did we start TradeSta. So myself and Hassan's obviously just ran to get some water. Started TradeSta in March 2024. We conceptualized it March 2024. Then April of 2024, we both left our previous organization to start TradeSta. We bootstrapped the project to begin with, and we initially built like a little swap platform to sort of see if it could work. I think about 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, maybe even a bit longer, Hussein, you left Banks as well.
Yes.
Something like that. It was a few weeks after we started it.
Yeah.
And you joined us. And then we found Toba. So we found Toba about 6 months in. So we started this back in April 2024, is when we started Zengo. And the motivation behind why we decided to build TradeSta was very simple. And the motivation was I traded a lot of traditional markets, so FX, commodities, gold, silver, stocks. And Hassan was a big like crypto meme coin. I mean, I played a crypto as well, but I'm more of a hodler. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a hodl guy when it comes to crypto. So I was trading these markets. Hassan was trading on the crypto side, and we were both giving each other tips and trying to like help each other make money in both areas. And we couldn't find a simple, decentralized platform that allowed us to do it because Hassan struggled with the onboarding side of things when it comes to doing the FX piece, or where Hassan's based, he has to go through a broker, and broker obviously takes stupid fees. And then Hussein was having the same situation because obviously he's Turkish. So it was like, screw it, let's just go build a decentralized perp dex. So we thought, hey, let's build something using. So we found Pyth. We utilized Pyth for our pricing. We don't operate like traditional perp dexes. We don't run an order book, which means we can't control the price. You literally, whether you're betting against in terms of the price, is the normal price. There's no slippage risk. Or the fees that you see is what the fees that you get. We looked at all of these issues that we had when we were trying to find this. So we couldn't find one. So we built one. It was out of our own need, really. Selfishly, we was like, let's build something that we could use. But now we can't use it because obviously we'd be trading against you guys. So anyway, yeah, that was the motivation, and that was what we decided, how we decided to build it. And yeah, Hassan, do you want to add anything to that? Like why we left a really good job to go and build TradeSta? Over to you, Hassan.
Sorry, maybe my sound.
Oh, I think Hassan's having some technical issues. Hussein, do you want to tell people why you decided to come and join us at TradeSta? Obviously, again, had a decent job, so
Yeah, this is my job actually. But the other reason why I joined that, yeah, actually this is good startup project for me. Yeah, this is really good, and this is the actually I always like to start with the new ideas, not the old one, not the like legacy projects. Just I want to start with the new ideas, and this is the good new idea for me. Yeah, collecting all the FX commodities and cryptos in the same platform. Actually, this is a really good idea, and yeah, even if I can't play on this platform, this is the really good reason to start with playing on this platform.
we only can't play on the platform as much as we want to play on the platform because we can't place trades against our users. But I mean, theoretically speaking, actually, you don't need to do that because you're only betting against the market, not the liquidity pool, because there's no liquidity. There's not a liquidity pool per se when you're doing liquidity order management or order book management. So actually, on a technicality, yeah, we probably could use the platform because we're not going to affect our users' positions. Thinking about it now, I know I made the rule that we don't trade against our users, but we're not trading against the users, we're trading against the market. So actually, it's saying trade to your heart's content if you want, but if you lose money, you're not getting it back. That's what I'm going to say.
Thanks.
If you win money, I want it back, though. I'm joking.
So there is no excitement.
So basically, you can end up at net zero either way.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean. Hassan, what? Just following on from the question that Zengil asked us, obviously about why we started TradeSta. You know, what was our motivation, other than the fact that what I just explained? Why did you want to do it? You know, why did you take the plunge with me when I was like, let's leave and go build this product? What the fuck made you want to do it? Other than the fact that you love me, you can't use the fact that you love me for that reason.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Yeah. So one of the things that I love is a like good challenging project. Like new source, new process. You need to think of everything. You need to build like new things, new challenges. That's the thing I like, and like also like this project is very well backed, so there's nothing to worry about in terms of like financially, you know. So like these reasons like made me join like TradeSta, like co-found TradeSta because like it's well funded. It's a promising project that we've been working on for a good time. And yeah, all these things like maybe join TradeSta.
Thanks, man. I mean, yeah, we did get some good funding, to be fair, so it's well funded. We've got another question, actually. We've got two new questions. I'm going to start with the first one, which is from, we all know who this is. So this one's from Raf the Fixer. Raf the Fixer has been part of our community for quite some time. He is a Quokka token holder as well. So for those of you that don't know, we'll go into the Quokka token later. But Raf the Fixer said, I'm trying to talk to other groups about using TradeSta. I am running into issues, though, as they're already set up on other blockchains. What are the unique selling points that could bring new users to TradeSta? And that's a really good question, Raf, actually. I would basically, there's a few things really that are unique about us. We've covered a couple already, but I'll start with the easiest one. And the easiest one is there's no slippage risk, right? Because you're not hedging against anything other than, you know, the market itself. There's no slippage risk. The second thing would be the fact that the fee is the fee. We don't charge you an ongoing fee. We don't charge you a exit fee. Nothing like that. You literally just get charged a singular fee for opening your position, which is taken from the collateral in which you use. So that fee is 0.0815%. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. That's the only fee you pay. You don't pay liquidation charge either. You don't pay us a loan fee. That's it, right? So it's a singular fee. I would also say that it's very low gas intensity. So on average, it costs about 2 cents to place a trade from a gas perspective. Now, that's if you're using MetaMask or Ledger or Trezor or any Rabbi. But if you use Core, it's gasless. So the USP is use Core, it's gasless. It's a singular fee. There's no exit fees or ongoing fees. It's zero, like you don't need to do KYC or anything like that. Obviously, there's ongoing AML processes behind the scenes, but there's no KYC. And also as well, there's no slippage risk, right? So what you see is what you get. What you place your trade at is what you're placing your trade at. That's it, right? Hassan, have I missed anything from a USP perspective, or Hussein? Is there anything else that I've missed? Do you think?
I'm not sure if you've mentioned that I'm not sure if you've mentioned that we support like both crypto and like commodities, gold, silver, FX. Probably you've mentioned that. Like we've mentioned that previously, so that falls into the point. You know that covers everything.
Yeah, no, that's true as well. Like, yeah, we've also got quite a diversity of markets. Obviously, we're adding to the markets on a regular basis. So as we continue to add more markets, there'll either be more trade diversity, which is what you want, right? To be honest. So thank you very much for your question, Raf, I appreciate it. The next question is from Do Your Own Research, baby. And he's put any news about the VC guys buying more Quokka token. We voted about it a few days ago. What are the results? So, on a technicality, it wasn't a vote. We just wanted to get the sentiment from the community. So, for those of you who don't know, TradeSta has its own token. It's called the Quokka token, and it is in pre-sale as we speak right now. You can pick it up for as little as 0.01 cent. So basically 1 cent. And what it basically does is you can utilize the token on the platform. So when we launch it, you'll be able to utilize it as collateral. If you use it as collateral, it is burnt. If you sell it, it is burnt. The whole premise of the Quokka token is to reduce the supply with the ongoing burning mechanisms. There is an ongoing burning mechanism. There's a burn mechanism if it's sold. There's a burn mechanism if it's used as collateral. And the best part about it is TradeSta owns none of it. We don't own a zero. We don't own 1% of the Quokka token. And the reason we don't own a single percent of the Quokka token is because we don't need to. We actually didn't really want to launch a token. It was voted on again by the community. The community said, let's launch a token. So we launched it. So if you do want to know more about the Quokka token, go to TradeSta.io and then find the little Quokka, click on him, and he's the guardian of your bag. Yeah, that's it really. Do your own research, baby. We will obviously give further information if we do decide to change the tokenomics to include an allocation to VCs. But as it sits right now, there is no VC allocation because obviously we don't want to do that. We're still mulling it over internally because there's some internal do's and don'ts as well. Next question. What is the next top 100 token you'd consider adding to your trading list? And that's from Dirk Manis. Dirk, thank you very much for the question. We don't decide, you do. That's probably the best answer I can give. So we hold polls all the time over on Telegram, and we allow the community to make the decision. But if we were to choose, me personally, I'd like to see Sui there. I'd also like to see probably another meme, probably like a Pepe, to be honest. Hassan, what about you? You're probably better to ask because you're a resident memer. What would you like to see on that?
So do you want me to answer the question exactly, or like it's related to, or do you want me to correlate it to the platform you think?
Just like if you weren't TradeSta and you were a user, what would you want to trade on TradeSta, or what would we consider adding to TradeSta?
I guess his question was like in general, instead of like trading that on TradeSta, to be honest.
No, so the question was, what is the next top 100 token you'd consider adding to your trading list? So what would we consider adding to TradeSta?
Oh, okay, I see. Probably some meme coins, like you know me, to be honest. But yeah, other than that, yeah, like some solid projects, maybe like Near, maybe Sui, some of the cycles, like Stars, the new projects, probably add these, I guess.
I think I'd like to add some more commodities as well. I mean, Hussein, you've not spoken for a while. What would you add? If we gave you the decision and we was like, Hussein, it's your choice, what would you choose to add to the list? What would you choose to add to TradeSta?
Yeah, commodities, yeah, best option for me.
Which ones?
Yeah.
Go on.
You know, 2 years ago, I was trading on coffee.
I was literally about to say coffee or
Really?
cotton. Yeah, I was literally about to say cotton or coffee, to be honest. Like, I've made so much money in the past. Like, I say so much, not. I mean, if I made so much money, I wouldn't be sat here right now. But like, I've made okay gains on coffee and cotton in the past.
I heard some news about Brazilian coffees. Yeah. It was
Yeah.
some restriction on that.
Yeah,
So I bought the coffee.
Yeah. I'd also like us to put some more forex in there as well. Like we're doing, like obviously we've got crypto, we've got forex, commodities, but I would love to see like coffee, cotton. I agree.
Vanilla, cocoa.
Vanilla, yeah, cocoa's sugar's another good one as well. Like
What?
sugar's another good one. I'd also like obviously we need to make sure that our price feed supports this, so we work with them as well to ensure that we can do it. But I agree with you though, San, as well. I'd like to see some like Near, Sui, Pepe as well, like some of the old school meme coins as well. I'd like to see that. And then from an FX perspective, I'd like to see Brazil in there. What other ones would I like to see? I'd love to see Naira in there as well. I know we'd sort of toyed with doing Naira, but the price feed didn't support it at the time. I think they do now. So maybe we'll put Naira in there, like Naira USD. Maybe some like, what else? Oh, like the possibilities are bloody endless. So
Yeah, endless. What
it's hard
about
to like pinpoint it. I think that's why we leave it up to the community and let them vote. AUD would be a good one as well, the Australian dollar. But I think that's why we leave it up to the community. Thank you very much for your question as well. There, obviously, you've caused us Dirk, you've caused us to have a little bit of an internal conversation now. So I think when we get off this call, we're going to be looking at what we're listing
I
next.
think you should think about the many assets on this platform.
Like, there's so many we can do. Like,
Yeah.
if it was up to me, I'd have all the top 100 crypto already by volume, obviously. And then maybe like the top 10 FX. But it's all about that like liquidity management that we're going to ensure that we can do. We're going to have an internal conversation now, Dirk. Thanks for this.
Maybe community will help us on this.
Yeah.
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 We can
do your research, baby. Said he'd consider Sui, Not, GMT, Pepe, and some other forex pairs. See, I think everybody's on the same plate, right? We need a little bit more crypto in there, some forex, and then I think for our own selfish reasons, saying we want coffee, sugar, cotton in there as well, up to 100x average. That's another thing as well. That's a USB for us. Regardless of what market we support, it's always 100x, right? We don't limit at the moment anyway. We don't limit what percentage you can use in terms of X percentage. So it's another good USB. Thank you very much, Waz, for telling us it's a really good stage. We do try and make it entertaining. I hope it is entertaining seeing my ugly ass face with this really long beard. That I'm going to the Turkish barbers actually. They're saying ready for the holiday. I'm gonna have a nice little nice proper Turk shave done, mate. To be honest, because this is getting ridiculous. Before the holiday, obviously I'm going on holiday soon, so I need to look my best. I should have really been going to the gym, but too busy working. Guys, if you do have any more questions, obviously do fire them in. Obviously, they do spark some good conversations, and actually, not only do they spark conversations between us as the founding team, but we then take them offline and have those conversations internally as well. And we're like, actually, maybe we should start supporting some more. So you'll probably see a poll come out over on Telegram pretty soon about what asset should we support next. Probably in the next day or so, based on the conversations we've just all had in. Zengil did ask us another question. Do we have a referral program? At the moment, no, Zengil. Sorry, we don't have a referral program at present. We are looking at how we can produce a referral program for both the platform and the token. It's really hard to do something properly that tracks things correctly when you're dealing in DeFi. Especially the fact that we don't take any of your data. Your data is your data. You literally simply come, connect, and that's it. We have looked at how we can link a specific wallet to a specific link, but then if you changed your wallet or whatever, it wouldn't be linked anymore. So any of the rewards you couldn't get. So we have looked at that, though, boys, haven't we? Like how we could do a referral.
I think giving away 5K every day is better option than referral, Zenger. You should consider about this. You can refer to your friend. After you get your friend get some giveaways, you can divide it. This is a really good idea.
I mean, I mean, yeah, you could really. Like, that's another thing. Yeah, we've got the 5K giveaway that's still ongoing. So basically, what happens is we give away up to 5K a day. We've been doing this now for several weeks. In fact, we've been doing this now for 4 weeks now, for nearly a month. And already in that 4 week slot, we've given away, I'm just working out now, 82,113 USDC in 4 weeks. So we are giving away cash like it's nothing. And all you have to do is basically go to TradeSta. You place a trade with at least $20 at 20x leverage, and it enters you into the prize pool. I think today we gave away like 3,500 USDC. The day before was 4,500 USDC. Over the weekend we gave away 7,500. Last weekend we gave away 11,000. Yeah, we give away all the time. All you have to do is place a trade. It's almost like a lottery. We're not calling it a lottery, but it's similar to that, where like you place a trade, and you're entered into the prize pool. It's that simple. Nothing more, nothing less. $20, 20x. See what happens. We don't care about the market. We don't care about how many positions you open. We don't care about, any of that stuff. It's literally you enter the position, you enter a trade and win. Some of the guys that are in the chat right now, if they want to say they've won before, it's completely up to them. But just confirm it. How have you guys thought about trades and stuff? Right. So Raf the Fixer just asked us a question, and we already have this. So I'm going to answer this question, Raf, for you. But it is already live. So Raf says, have you guys thought about doing TradeSta store for shirts, stickers, hats? If you're going to do hats, no plastic mesh, but a nice full fabric, maybe do a giveaway to people have some photos of them wearing it. Okay. So, Raf, we already have a merch store that is on the website. If you go right to the bottom of the website, we do actually have that already under merch. We utilize Spreadshirt, so it is all through Spreadshirt. You can buy hoodies, t-shirts, hats, bags, caps, all of that stuff. And we are also going to release some Quoker merch as well soon. So you can already buy merch. If you want us to do a merch giveaway, I think that's a really cool idea. Sam, what do you think? Do we do a merch giveaway next? I think that's a cool idea. I mean,
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Why don't we do it? Buy some like caps, hats, and stuff, and some of our own hats. I think that's a really cool idea. It's a really sick idea. Let's do it. I'm game for that.
Why not?
But don't forget to send one of them to me.
Okay. I'll buy us all one, right? And I don't know how I'm gonna get it to you though, Hassan. I might have to like buy it here and then ship it to you from here. Maybe, I don't know. Or maybe it's cheaper for you, Hussein. Maybe I'll buy Hussein one and Hussein.
Yeah.
Hussein can ship it over to you. Actually.
Okay.
We'll do it that way. We'll all end it with like hats that say TradeSta. Maybe that's why I'm always wearing a hat recently as well. So maybe that's good shout. Thank you very much for that, Raf. We'll do a merch giveaway when I get back from holiday. That'll be the first giveaway we do is a merch giveaway. Okay. Happy? I'm happy because I like merch. I already have a TradeSta hoodie, so yeah. Guys, thank you very much for these questions coming in. Again, like I said, they always spark conversation. Jenny Alex, is it Jenny Alexa 01 asked how many days until this challenge ends? Hassan, over to you. You can take the mic for a little bit because I need to have a drink. So, how many days until the 5K day ends?
Well, I believe since we started the campaign, like you stated, so it was supposed to end till end of last month, but we decided on extending it. So it's running until further notice. Yeah, so it's running, but it won't be running for forever. So grab your chance, participate in the campaign. Probably you'll win some cash.
Thank you, Hassan. Sorry about that. I just ran and grabbed some
I
water.
guess there was a question that Kieran touched on.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Can you hear me?
We can all hear you, bro.
Oh yeah, cool.
What was that? Say that again.
Yeah, there was a question. I guess you missed. Where was it?
Sorry, did I miss a question?
Yeah, there was someone asking about. So it's not directly related to TradeSta in that sense.
Okay.
Where was it? I can't find it, but anyway, someone was asking like what are the risks of trading tokens on the arena? So like as everyone knows.
Oh, from
the arena
Reline,
has...
what's the biggest risk when trading tokens inside the arena ecosystem? I mean, you can answer that if you want. I mean, I've traded on Arena, but you can answer that. Go for it.
Yeah. Probably you'll give us some you'll give us your your experience from that, Kieran. But anyway, yeah. Similar to any other platform that supports meme coins, especially launching a new meme coin, trading these coins incurs a higher risk, more risk than trading the traditional tokens that top 100 coins in crypto. But at the same time, more risk, it's more reward. My tips for you is that trade or buy the more established meme coins, not the recently launched ones, because these ones then you tend losing in them. So trade, if you choose to trade such coins, you can go with the more established ones that have good amount of holders. The project is active. What else? That's mainly you can connect with the project, and you can see its vision, rather than trading every bits and bobs, because I found that you lose lots of money if you're chasing each and every new coin. But as always, it's always a risk trading these coins, and only trade what you risk losing. So expect if I put, I don't know, $100, I'm okay in losing that.
So you mean don't buy the coin with someone's Twitter post?
Basically, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've used Arena for trading, and I didn't follow any of that advice. I do apologize, but actually did quite well. But what I did do is made sure I did a lot of research before I actually went in. And the one thing I would say about the Arena, when you're buying tokens on Arena using the Arena trade function, you already have that capability, because it's very intuitive. You can see who the team is, which I like. So for me, when I was using Arena Trade, I liked the fact that I didn't have to leave the platform to go and do all my research. Do you see what I mean? I was literally in the platform already. So I could do all of that research already without having to maneuver around 300 different places before getting an answer. And I find when I'm trying to trade on stuff the other launch pads, if you want to call them that, and we had this argument recently, didn't we, Hassan? But when I'm trying to place with other launch pads, I'm not going to name them, but I think you all know who I mean. It's built on Solana. The research aspect of it becomes a chore, right? Whereas when you're on Arena, you can actually look at the project properly and look at who created the project, all that type of stuff, pretty much instantaneously, without having to divulge and move around. I bought, I think, 3 different tokens, and I think I put in $50, $100, $100, something like that. It wasn't huge amounts. It might have been like a couple of AVACs anyway. I spent just to test it, and it was simply just to test it. But I made on one of them. I think I went in at 1 AVACs actually, and by the time I'd finished, I was at 5 AVACs. So whilst I'd made that gain though, I did that thing that everybody does, where I made a gain and then went back in on something else and then lost everything I made. Right. So whatever you're doing, when it comes to trading, whether you're trading on TradeSta using leverage, or you're trading on Arena for the meme aspect, or for the launchpad aspect, do your own research. That is like the fucking key in any crypto project. Do your own research. Don't just take it at face value. You're talking to us now, and we're a docs team, but don't take us at face value either. Like, I'll openly say, go and do your own research about me, Hassan Hussein Toba, right? Go and look at our LinkedIns, go and look at our backgrounds, go and look at the website, look at the smart contracts. Make sure you're doing, before you get in on our Quokka token, before you use the platform, go and look at our documentation, go and look at us. Make sure you feel comfortable doing it first. And I think that's where a lot of people make mistakes. Make sure that you are obviously doing what you're doing, and you're doing it correctly. And that's why I kind of like when it's trading on the Arena side of it. But again, don't go trading on Arena and trading meme coins if you don't know what you're doing, right? Because you will lose money, right? Don't go using TradeSta like straight off with huge amounts of cash either. I'll say that again. You can trade on TradeSta from as little as $3.50. That is our minimum. Well, it's $3, but I would say, if you want to get in, try it first before you go hard, right? We will be launching like a demo version of the product soon, so you can actually try trades out. But don't go ham straight away. Don't go in there like fucking, unless you already know what you're doing. And if you know what you're doing, great. If you don't, read the educational read the education we put out, check out other people's. Raf the Fixer, to be fair, I hope you don't mind me saying this, Raf. Raf the Fixer has been in our community for a long time, and he was new to crypto. And I think he'd been pulled pillar to post and given loads of bullshit advice, in my opinion. But what we did was we educated him, we showed him where to go. We never gave him any financial advice, but we educated and gave the information that we had to hand. And he trades on our platform on a regular basis. So, he's gone from somebody that knew nothing to trading on our platform. And again, won some, lose some. That's kind of how it is in this space. But yeah, on Arena itself, make sure you're doing your research into the projects. If you're using pump.fun, make sure you're doing your research. If you're even trading on TradeSta, do your research before you buy it. Sorry, I'm preaching to the choir, but I like to make sure you're all safe while you trade. That's one of the things I like to do. Hassan, thank you very much for your insight. Hassan, obviously you're more in the TradFi space because obviously you've done a lot of traditional trading, but I know you've obviously delved into crypto as well. Like when you look at buying into crypto, whether that's meme or normal, what steps do you take, man?
Yeah, before started trading, first of all, I check the liquidation price before opening my position. Yeah, please, guys, be careful on the liquidation price when you open that position. Yeah, this is the most important thing. And check the liquidation price, check the graph, and if the graph is hit on that price, yeah, that's gone. So be careful on the liquidation price and careful on the opening the leverage positions like 20x, 50x. If you're going up 100x, it's gonna be risk for you, but it's gonna be get good profit. Yeah, it's up to you guys. Yeah.
I shared the other day, if you recall. I shared the other day, like I opened a trade with 500x.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that too, man. I saw that as well.
I will never open that position.
No, I would never go that hard, bro. Like that's more degen than I could ever be, and I like literally don't even. I'm giving all this advice, but I don't follow it myself, and that's why I give the advice because I will go ham. I wouldn't even go that hard. I can't believe you went that hard. 500x, dude. What the fuck? What were you doing that day to make you go? Yeah, I know. I'm gonna go 500x. I mean, you won though. I suppose you did win, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
So, I mean,
I think Hassan was ready for the losing all the money. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
If you're gonna
You
place
should
it,
forget your money. Yeah.
it's the same.
Uh,
Like I say this all the time, right? It's like when I go and play poker or whatever, right? And I'm playing with the boys or I'm playing like online or whatever. Like I'll always be like, this is the money I can afford to lose. And I think Hassan does that with meme coins. He's like, if I put like $100 into this coin, I can afford to lose that. That's all right, you know. And that's the advice that we give to everybody, isn't it, Hussein, right? And Hassan, like, go trade, have fun, but the minute it becomes not fun, stop. Like, you know, and only trade with what you can afford to lose. You know, it's I have to give that advice because like, don't trade with money that you can't afford to. Don't put your rent money over a trade, right? That's all I'm gonna say. Don't go getting credit cards out to like fucking fund your trading habits or anything like that. I mean, like I said, I play poker quite a bit. Not that you could tell, but you know, and I'll always go in there with like, this is my limit, and I can afford to lose this. I'm not saying sometimes I ignore that. That little thing inside my head goes more. But you know,
Yeah, no, definitely.
I do
It's
all the
always
time
the
with trading
case.
as well.
It's always the case.
500x leverage though. Jesus Christ, Hassan. And I'm guessing you actually did that on a centralized exchange as well, right?
Yeah, true.
See? So not only did you have the risk of losing your money to the 500x, but somebody could have come in and like swooped your trade as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've got bigger balls than I have.
It should be go down little bit, even little bit. Yeah.
Like
1 cent maybe.
true degen right there, you know what I'm saying? Like I
As
thought
soon
I
as
was
you open your position, it should be go up, not go
yeah,
down.
like, fuck me.
I think we have some questions. Here.
I'm just checking now. So Raf actually did agree with us. Obviously, we were talking about Raf and how he learned to trade using us, and he put, "Yeah, I do better when I'm not down deep Skeeterville, South Florida, where the Gators don't need much internet." I'm guessing you're in South Florida right now, Raf, down in the Bayou or something. Is it the Bayou or the Everglades? I don't know. I'm not American. He's probably going to laugh at me. Do we have any more questions from the
There's
community?
another question. What wallets can be connected to TradeSta?
Where have you seen these questions? Did I miss that one?
I saw that. Yeah.
Sorry, Jenny. I do apologize. So Jenny Alex 01 again asked us a question. Sorry, Jenny. I do apologize because we were deep in conversation. She asked, what wallets can be connected to TradeSta? Well, the answer to that is every wallet. Every single wallet. If it supports Avalanche, you can connect it and trade it. But to be more specific, I would. My recommendations, if you want to trade on TradeSta, is use Core. If you use Core, it's gasless, so you don't have to have gas to trade on us. If you use MetaMask, if you use any of the others, you're going to need Avalanche gas. So you're going to need some AVAX. But we utilize Wallet Connect, which means that you can connect all of your favorite wallets. We have people trading on us using OKX Wallet, using MetaMask, using Core. I'm trying to think of some of the other wallets that I've seen as well.
I guess I've seen Coinbase as well.
Coinbase Wallet, yeah. Coinbase Wallet's been used. Trust Wallet, yeah. So the wallets aren't limited. Like if it's supported on Wallet Connect, you can use it. So whatever your favorite wallet is, you can use it. Obviously, they have to be decentralized wallets. And if they are not the core wallet, you will need Avalanche gas. So you'll need AVAX in there as well. Yeah. Thank you very much for your question. Again, Jenny Alexa 01. I appreciate these questions. Keep the questions coming in, guys. We are going to be shutting. In fact, no, we're actually over time. Guys, we've been going for over an hour. Holy hell. We normally only do like 45 minutes to like an hour. We're currently like an hour and 5. Let me just check my calendar because I think I might have a meeting. I do. I've got a meeting in like 10 minutes. Guys, we've probably got room for like 2 more questions. So if you do have any more questions, do fire them in quickly. Because myself, I've got to jump off to go and do a meeting. If not, then we'll be dropping off shortly. I'll give it a couple of seconds for the questions to come in. If you guys see any questions and I'm just being stupid, then are missing them. I think I missed a few, sir. No questions? No questions? Okay. Well, guys, thank you very much today. It's been an absolutely lovely time. It's been a lovely time, if I'm honest. It's been. I could continue this all day. I think, to be honest, it's been a really good one. Obviously, I'm just going to say goodbye to everybody now. So, Stan, my fellow co-founder and CTO, thank you very much for joining us today, mate. I know we're super busy after just launching 2.1 with all those beautiful UI changes. Hussein, thank you very much for all the hard work that you've been doing in making sure that 2.1 was out in time for this stream. I know you've been stressing yourself out and working late hours. So a massive, massive thank you to you, my brother. And obviously a massive thank you to Toba as well, who can't be with us today for personal reasons. But a massive thank you to him for all the work he keeps doing on the blockchain. Hassan keeps it moving from a technical perspective. I keep it moving from an operational perspective. So massive thank you to Hassan for being a great co-founder as well. And obviously a massive thank you to all 1,222 listeners, watchers over on Arena. Massive thank you to all 11 watchers on X. Massive thank you to all 56 people watching us on Facebook. And a massive thank you to all 110 people watching us over on TikTok. Until next Tuesday, thank you very much, guys, for your time. Thank you very much for listening to us. Thank you for hearing my annoying English voice for over an hour. But until next Tuesday, have a fantastic weekend. Happy trading and stay safe. And until next time, peace out and love you all.